Hello Ghouls, Ghosts, and Themlins. This is Cyber Batty, and welcome to our Plants vs. Zombie Survival Mode Day Hard video. Just a quick couple of announcements. We are currently doing a Mass Effect Legendary Edition Insanity playthrough on a New Game Plus. I'll link that playlist in the iCard above and the description below. We are also doing a Fallout 4 Let's Play series where we're mostly focusing on settlement building. I'll link that playlist in the iCard above and the description below as well. Alright, now let's get into this. Alright, so we've already gotten all the gold trophies for the survival modes, but it's still an enjoyable game, so we do like to replay some of these. And it's also fun to try different strategies, new ones that we can find online, and also make some challenges for ourselves. For this one, we're going to do a different strategy than the one we did for the Survival Roof Hard video. I kind of want to try using some of the more weaker plants like this Cactus one here, and the Chomper. I find that most people don't typically use them in many of the survival strategies. So let's see if we can make it using these two plants. I'll definitely put some of the Gloom-Shrooms in the back to help deal with the minor zombies, and yeah, we'll probably make space for the Gatling Pea as well, and we'll just see what we can do here, what differences we can make without it being a strategy that falls through, We want to make sure that we're able to survive all the way to the final flag. We're also going to do this without using any of the Cob Cannons, because I find that that makes it too easy, Other than having to constantly keep checking the cannons to make sure that they're ready, as well as Cob deployment times. The Cob Cannon is super OP for no reason, so let's try a strategy that's a little bit more difficult to maintain and see if we can survive. So we're going to start here with probably 2 rows of sunflowers in the back, and I'm going to slowly upgrade them to the 2 sunflower upgrade. I do find that the Cactus is very weak, and I typically wouldn't use it if I wasn't trying to fuck myself in this level. So the strategy for right now is that we're going to do the canopies, probably in the coming rounds. So we're going to leave spaces in between on the second row here, so that way we can put the canopies in the middle. The canopies will be placed on the 2nd and 4th spot within the 2nd row from the top. I'm going to fill them in right now with sunflowers just to jumpstart our sunflower production. But eventually I will clear the 2 out and make space for canopies. And so here's the 2 spaces open right now. I'm going to fill it in right now with a sunflower. And we did our first 2 sunflower upgrade. And I'm going to start placing the cacti now. I find with their just single projectile attacks, they're just super weak. And I don't even know if there's any balloon zombies in this level. There probably isn't. So that means we took one of the weakest plants just to fuck around and find out. I wonder if they're even strong enough to take out a conehead zombie by itself. I guess we'll test out that theory now once we see our first conehead appear. Let's see if I need to bail out the cacti with squash. And we have a conehead on the field. Let's see. Can you do it? My money's on no, it can't do it. Alright, just placing down our 2nd sunflower upgrade here. And we have our full line of cacti here. Come on, knock off that cone! There we go! Oh boy, that conehead is getting super close. Oh, can you do it? Can you get it? Oh, 1 more hit! No, you can't do it! Ah! There we go, got it out. Okay, well at least we tested the theory and now we found out for sure that the cacti cannot do it! So hooray for us! We're about to get fucked! Alright, now we're gonna start placing the repeaters. Let's place one here because I see a conehead coming. We're just waiting on the sunflower upgrade to fully recharge so I can do this whole back row here. I see a conehead coming in there at the bottom row. I'm going to stick a repeater there. just to help that cacti out. I'm actually going to start doing the Magnet-Shrooms now, just in case we get a bucket head early. And let's finish our line of repeaters here. Alright, so similarly to the way we're doing the second row with the umbrella leaves, I'm going to leave spaces in the second and fourth spots where the Magnet-Shrooms are, so that way I can put more banana leaves to protect the front line. And we have bucket heads coming in. It's a good thing to start putting in these Magnet-Shrooms now. Ah, crap. I need a coffee bean for that bottom row right there. There we go. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to stick sunflowers in those holes, just so we can continue with extra sunflower production. And then we're going to start sticking the chompers down. I'm prioritizing the chompers for where each Magnet-Shroom is, just to make sure that the zombies don't reach the Magnet-Shrooms before I can put down walnuts. I'll start putting in walnuts probably within the next 2 rounds. Hopefully I'll be able to use the slot for the 2 sunflower upgrade to be able to stick in the walnuts as well as the pumpkins. I do like to protect each plant with a different type of pumpkin. So like for the non-offensive plants, I usually do the Imitater pumpkin, the white one. And then for the offensive plants, I'll do the regular pumpkin, which is orange. Okay, yeah, I color code my plants. Fight me. I'm thinking of where I want to stick the Gloom-Shrooms. I'm kind of thinking that on that second row of just regular sunflowers, I'm going to do on the first and last spot, I'm going to put Gloom-Shrooms to help protect against the imps that are thrown back there. We're still going to do the umbrella leaves on the second and fourth spaces. But for right now, I'm definitely thinking about those imps in the later levels. They do become a bit of a problem if you don't have anything back here. Alright, so we're getting to the last flag of this round. I definitely want to finish up this chomper line and get that last Gloom-Shroom in on the bottom of row 2. So definitely we're going to do the umbrella leaf for the next round. We're going to do walnuts, pumpkins, and maybe even the Gatling pea shooter to start upgrading these repeaters. I don't know if we'll be able to put this Gloom-Shroom upgrade here before the round ends. Ah, it's so close. There we go. Alright, so let's start figuring out our strategy here. Let's take a quick look at the lawn right quick. Always have squash on hand. Let's do the Gatling pea shooter. Definitely want to stick the umbrella leaf in for this round. Alright, now let's start doing the pumpkin imitator. Definitely want to do the spike weed. What else can we add to our list of nonsense? Taking a quick look at the lawn. Alright, I think I'm going to organize this a little better. I'm going to stick the squash at the end of my list. And then put another offensive plant. Maybe like the cherry bomb. And of course the jalapeno. Definitely always have jalapeno. Alright, I think we're set for this round. Definitely going to focus on putting in the umbrella leaves first, followed by Gatling pea, and then the walnuts, followed by pumpkins. I'll probably prioritize the Gatling Peas for the rows that have the Magnet-Shrooms on them, just to ensure that those rows are protected. Alright, so I've already started my color coding. The orange is going on all the offensive plants. The white is going on all the non-offensive plants, so the sunflower, maybe even the umbrella leaves. Actually, I might alternate between those and do the orange pumpkin just for the aesthetic. I mean, it honestly depends, because technically the Gloom-Shrooms are offensive plants, so they will be given the orange pumpkin. So it might be interesting to see the different colors like that. I guess we'll see when we get to it. I like to start with the back row first. Make sure that entire row is covered with white pumpkins, in case any minors show up. And then we'll move on to the other plants in the middle rows. Definitely want to make sure the Gatling Peas are protected with orange pumpkins. You know, actually, we might alternate the color this time. Just to have like a checkerboard pattern, that might be cool looking. Yeah, you know what, let's do that instead. Let's alternate. We're definitely going to start getting the spike rocks, which is the spike weeds upgrade, there on the first row. So that way if we have any zombonis coming in, or the catapult zombies, especially like the gargantuar, they kind of stop at the spike rocks and start beating the living shit out of them. And it like makes them waste time standing there. So if I've got like Gatling Peas there, they'll be shooting, and hopefully eventually take them out before they ever reach the walnuts. That effect is multiplied when you have a torchwood set out. So it definitely does help. I'm not going to employ the torchwoods for this playthrough, but maybe in a later video we'll cover such a setup. I've also seen a lot of strategies that employ the winter melons. We might do a playthrough where we just do winter melon deployments. I'm not sure on that just yet though. That seems a little difficult to survive. I mean, if we're doing like the survival modes, especially like in the beginning of each round, that would definitely be difficult when there's not much sun to go around. But I'm sure it's probably been done before. If y'all would like to see such a video, let me know down in the comments. It'll just be sunflowers, probably tall nuts, and winter melons. Alright folks, we've reached about the halfway point to this video, so I want to give everybody a reminder, please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified when we upload new videos. It definitely helps the channel out. We're still growing our audience, so the more subscribers we have, the better. If you like our videos, please subscribe, please share them, please comment. It always is much appreciated. Alright, so we've got our full line of tall nuts here. Now we're going to start working on finishing up the Gatling Peas, as well as finishing putting down the spike weeds with its upgrade, the spike rock. We are going to prioritize putting the spike rocks down on the very first row, just to make sure to take out any of the zombonis or the gargantuars before they show up. They will become a major problem in the later levels, so it doesn't hurt to be prepared early for them. We've only got one more Gatling Pea to replace here, so I'm just waiting for more sun. In the meantime, let's figure out the pumpkin layout design. I definitely want to do like a checkerboard design here. I've already started with the chomper line, so we'll continue from there. Alright, and here's our last Gatling Pea. Sweet. Alright, let's move on to the second row where the Magnet-Shrooms are. I definitely want to put the white pumpkins on the Magnet-Shrooms. We might alternate and put the orange pumpkins on the banana leaves. Okay, the umbrella leaves. Whatever, I'm Spanish. They look like banana leaves to me. Back to the pumpkins. Yeah, I think that looks cute. Let's do that. Oops. Alright, we're running out of time, so I think we're going to be able to do one more pumpkin, and that's going to be the end of this round. And here goes our last pumpkin. Let's see if there's anything else we can put down before the end of the round. I doubt it, but... yeah, no, there we go. Alright, on to the plant picker! Alright, so we're preemptively just going to take the squash, the cherry bomb, as well as the jalapeno. I see that the Gargantar is here, so we definitely want to take a chomper in case we have to replace the front line, as well as the tall nuts, the pumpkins, and the spike rock spike weed combo. Just in case, I'm gonna take a Magnet-Shroom. I don't know if they'll get that far in, but hopefully it doesn't. Either way, I'd rather just be, like, prepared. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to take out the jalapeno, just to make room for the spike rock. The jalapeno is mostly used for the zombonis. Since there's none on this level, I don't think we'll really be needing the jalapeno here. Alright, so we're gonna finish up that second line there with the pumpkins and move on maybe to the first column. Alright, let's go ahead and put a white pumpkin on the Magnet-Shroom at the top there. And then put an orange pumpkin right underneath that Magnet-Shroom on the banana leaf. Alright, we really gotta start focusing on doing the spike rocks in that front column there. I know I said we were gonna prioritize that column and then we didn't do that. So we seriously gotta do it now. The Gargantar is probably gonna be coming within the next flag, so we want to be prepared for that. We're probably gonna start seeing the Giga Gargantars soon. They boast a modest 6,000 health, which is double of their normal counterparts. So that's gonna be interesting with this shit layout the way it is. I highly doubt that Cactus is really gonna do any type of damage and probably will be more of a hindrance. We're just gonna have to hope that the Gatling Peas are worth their weight and are able to take them down before they do too much damage to my front line. Alright, so I saw that pop up. We got a new plant for the Zen Garden. Let me know if y'all want to see my Zen Garden and the way I keep it. I could do like a quick video showing my style and how I organize the plants in case anyone is interested. Let me know down in the comments and I'll do something for it. Alright, so we're going to start doing that front row there. Let's put a white pumpkin on this chomper. And we'll do so for the fourth one in that same row. From there, we'll probably start moving on to the Gatling Peas. I definitely want to make sure that in case an imp is thrown at them, they're protected. You know, I don't want any type of problems to have to replace a Gatling Pea. Because, you know, you'd first have to do the repeater and then a Gatling Pea. And that would be so annoying, so not cost effective. So let's just nip that in the butt right now by protecting the Gatling Peas as much as possible. Oh wow, we have just like a whole row of pogo zombies coming in. I love how they barely made it to the front there before the Gatling Peas took them out, with the assistance of the Spike Rock, of course. I think that bottom chomper also took out one in the back. And I guess maybe the Cactus got in a shot or two, but that's about it. Alright, I see more pogos coming in and we don't have any Magnet-Shrooms left. Actually, that doesn't seem to have mattered. That was so fast. If only every worry in life were able to go away that quickly. So I guess the alt-standing pumpkin thing is going to be only for the first 4 rows. Well, 5 if we include the tall nuts. That's if I ever put pumpkins on the tall nuts. I might do it in like the later levels, but for right now, they're fine. It doesn't seem like the zombies are really reaching them and standing there eating them long enough for it to truly matter. I might be eating those words in a couple minutes though when the Gargantar shows up. I guess we'll find out, since one just arrived. Let's put that theory to the test if the Gatling Peas can take them out before they reach the tall nuts. And that's with 2 spike rocks in its way. And of course the cacti in the back trying its best to do its thing. Alright, so it blew through the first spike rock. I put a cherry bomb there and a squash just to be safe. Uh-oh. Alright, see, this is exactly what I was talking about, that I was worrying the imps would get through and start to dismantle my back defenses. So it took out a cacti, I mean, that's not such a big deal since it's just the cactus. It would have been much more dreadful if it was the Gatling piece, but for right now, I will have to replace that, but we're gonna leave it there. You know what? We might replace that middle on the second row to the back, the sunflower, the upgraded sunflower. We might replace it with the Gloom-Shroom. Oh boy. Alright, so this just confirmed that the Gargantars can in fact reach the frontline defenses even with the spike rocks. So that's a problem. We will definitely have to rethink this strategy a little bit more. I see another Gargantar on the second row to the top coming in. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with this. I still want to go ahead with the plans of using the cacti, but I know that is definitely a hindrance, so we're gonna have to really figure out how to survive this level. We're gonna have to be more mindful with the squashes and the cherry bombs, I think, from now on. Alright, so from here on out, I'm gonna replace the plants that were taken out in the last round, and then I will start focusing on the spike rock upgrades, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a Zamboni coming up in the next round. Right on cue, we've got a Zamboni and a catapult zombie, so we definitely want to prepare for that. We're gonna need the jalapeno, we're gonna need the cherry bomb, of course, and the squash will definitely help, especially with the Gigantar still there. I do want to replace the cacti that was taken out, and I'll bring the chompers, just in case they get through my front line defenses. I want to be able to replace them when needed. Alright, so we're going to put our usual suspects. We're going to have the tall nut, the two different types of pumpkin, the spikeweed, the spike rock, and of course the three before mentioned main defenses we'll be using against the Zambonis, the Gigantars, and the catapults. Then we do want to replace the missing plants, so that's definitely the very first priority. And then after that, we'll start finishing up the pumpkin line here. I mean, really all we have left at this point is just the tall nut line. I'm going to start putting pumpkins on them, since it seems like we're getting more and more larger hordes of zombies. You want to make sure that the tall nuts can stand up to that type of punishment, especially if we have like a catapult zombie or the Gigantar in the back. They need to last, so the pumpkin is definitely the best way to do that for them. So I know we were talking about doing like a checkerboard design with the two different types of pumpkins earlier. I've mentioned it at least like 6-7 times at this point. What do you all think about the pattern that we've got right now? I know the last row isn't very in tune with the rest of the design, but I kind of like it. It almost looks like a base or something. Like the base of a chalice or something. If y'all have any comments on the different types of designs y'all use with the Imitater, let us know down in the comments. I definitely want to try doing different plants with the Imitater. It would be kind of cool to see the Gatling Pea done with the Imitator. I don't know if the Imitator can do the Gatling Pea, actually. I've never done that before. I typically just take the straight up Gatling Pea the way it is. That is something to look into in a later playthrough, I think. We'll definitely do that. Right now we've only got the one tall nut at the top here, and I'm about to put the pumpkin on him, so we've got pretty much a full lineup of just pumpkin. Hopefully that means that these plants will last a little bit longer. We're going into this final wave for this flag, and that means lots and lots of Zambonis and Gigantars. What setups do you folks like to do? Let us know down in the comments. Here we go, on cue. Immediately, what was that, 2 Zambonis? I'm seeing like a shit ton of cone heads more than the bucket heads. Got more Zambonis. What I'll probably do is I'll wait until the spike rocks get to maybe like 1 spike, in case anyone hasn't noticed, but the spike rocks, as they take damage from the wheels of the Zamboni or the catapult, they lose their 3 spikes eventually. Once they've lost the 3rd spike, they completely disappear from the tile that they're sitting on and have to be replaced. Similarly to the way the Gatling Pea works, you have to put down a spike weed and then put the spike rock on top of that. That's just a quick tip in case, you know, any newer players. I know this is like an older retro game at this point, but you know, there are still some new gamers out there who don't know certain tips, and here we go. I hope that helps some of y'all get a little bit better at this game. Alright, we've got a Gigantor coming in. More Zambonis. We've already lost a Spike Rock in the second row. I'm trying to replace them as fast as I can. Here, eat shit. The Spike Weed doesn't last as long. If one of the Zambonis or the catapults hits it, instead of it losing like one spike like the Spike Rock does, it immediately disappears. They're like a temporary solution. We do want to continue making sure that the upgrades are put in place for that reason, so they have a little bit more longevity. Especially now that we're getting, what is that, 2 Gigantors at once? Yeah, having the Spike Rock there would slow down the Gigantor's advances. With just the Spike Weed there, they'll just smash it in one go and then keep going. Alright, I'm going to deploy a Squash here and hope for the best. Okay, we've got an Imp launched. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to change that middle Sunflower in the second row to a Gloom-Shroom. Alright, I'm about to lose these 2 Spike Rocks. Surprise Cherry Bomb! Yeah, eat shit. Alright, so we were able to save those last 2 Spike Rocks, but we do need to upgrade. I'm sure we're going to have much more nonsense coming our way. What we got? Okay, so we don't have any Gigantars. We do have Miners, though. We have Pogo Sticks. We also have the Dancer Zombie. But I don't see anything that would take out a Spike Rock that, you know, would cause damage to one and cause it to die, essentially. So that gives us much more time to be able to replenish the Spike Rocks, as well as to monitor the back row since the Miners are probably going to be a problem. We only have 3 Magnet-Shrooms, which is definitely not enough. We will get Miners inside the defenses, so there's not much we can do about it. Yeah, in this instance, we would probably replace the Cacti with the Split Pea to take care of the Miners. But I find that plant to also be extremely weak, if not even weaker than the Cacti. So for now, we're going to stick with our little cactus friend. Let's go ahead and replace this middle dual sunflower with a Gloom-Shroom. Any Miners that come here in these middle 3 rows will be taken out by the Gloom-Shroom. It just stinks that the pumpkin is white. It doesn't really match now with the other 2 Gloom-Shrooms that are back here. I don't think there's a way that you can replace the pumpkin, not without taking out the plant first. At least on console. I'm sure for PC, you can specifically select a plant or a pumpkin and place either one. But I think for the console, we're very limited on that option. Alright, so we already got some problems. There's a lot of the zombies with the trash can zombies. There's a lot of these trash can zombies coming in. So already I can see that as a problem. The Magnet-Shrooms are going to be condensed with just a bunch of trash cans, so the Miners are definitely going to be able to slip through to the back line. I will have to monitor this very back row. They do love to show up at the sunflower line and just take out your defenses from the back, which is really shitty and can get the best of you if you're not careful. We also don't want to completely abandon the Spike Rock upgrade. I did bring the Chomper again in case we do lose one of the frontline defenses. Hopefully we won't need it, but I like to have it and not need it rather than need it and not have it, you know? As that old saying goes. I'm actually wondering if we'll even need the umbrella leaves anymore. Oh, banana leaves as I was calling them before. We might be able to just take them out. Alright, so I'm seeing that this pumpkin here is dying. I'm going to replace it. I mean, I realize that we're on the final flag of the survival mode here, but I think if we were to like go back in time and redo this round right here, the final flag, I would probably have chosen to put in the 3-peaters in place of where the banana leaves are. It would have helped, I think, in the long run to be able to have 4 3-peaters going at once. That would have helped clear the coming zombies up ahead. I mean, it won't do anything for the Miners behind, but that's what the Gloom-Shrooms are for. You know, another cool strategy I think here would have been to replace the Chompers with the Torchwoods. I mean, that would have been also a great strategy for the beginning of this survival round, but it would have been interesting to see the Torchwoods with the Three-Peters as well as the Gatling Peas in the back. I don't think the Torchwoods have any effect on the projectiles the cacti shoot, but just the same, that would have been cool to see a flaming spike coming from the cacti. We might even have been able to replace the Magnet-Shrooms. I mean, doubtful because I do see a lot of trash cans, I do see the Jack-in-the-Box coming, as well as, of course, the constant threat of miners. Considering how frequently the 3 Magnet-Shrooms are actually helping, it might have been good to just replace them with something else. Yeah, one thing we could have replaced them with would have been the gold magnets, because I do see a lot of money being dropped here in the front lines, and it is a pain in the ass to keep coming over here and picking them up. So maybe at least the middle Magnet-Shroom, I should have replaced it with the gold Magnet-Shroom. But yeah, for future survival rounds, I think we will change. I mean, I definitely don't want to do the Cactus again. Cactus was a pain in the ass. But I do like the idea, especially for the survival day hard. It would be cool to do it with the Three-Peters paired up with the Torchwoods. Hell, maybe we might even do an all-pea shooter lineup. No Gloom-Shrooms, no Umbrella Leaves, no Magnet-Shrooms, no Chompers. I'll probably draw the line at, you know, obviously having sunflowers, as well as the tall nuts with the pumpkins. But it would be cool to see nothing but Peters, the Gatling Pea, you know. I hesitate to say the Snow Pea, because if we do have the Torchwood set up, it would conflict. Alright, so we're entering the final round right now. I see a shit ton of the freaking... Oh, man. Alright, so we got a Jack-in-the-Box that just took out my whole front line of fucking tall nuts here in these 2 bottom rows. Hopefully the Gatling Peas take them out before they become too much of a problem. Come on, Gatling Pea, take out that that trash can. I'm gonna stick this here right quick and see if that helps. No, it did not. Okay. Chomper it is! Damn, that second row is getting demolished. Oh, well, there we go. Oh boy. I got 2 lines going in now. Can the Gatling Pea take out the line before it reaches the Umbrella Leaf? Oh, this Umbrella Leaf is defenseless. Oh, well, there it goes. And I placed the Chomper down in the wrong spot. Alright, here's a fucking squash. Eat shit. Alright, we did it. Sweet. Alright, folks. That's gonna do it for us today. I think the next survival endless that we'll do will probably be the pool. That happens to be my favorite level. I really enjoy the cattails. I think that they're one of the most strongest plants in the game. I mean, everyone is entitled to their opinions. I'm sure others will agree that the Gatling Pea, the Gloom-Shroom, and the Cob Cannon are all like OP. But if you want a plant that's more fair in its abilities and not super OP, I think the cattail is a good choice. But that'll do it for us today. Stay tuned. We will be covering this game again. I will link the Plants vs. Zombies playlist in the description below and the iCard above. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. It definitely helps us out. We post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday are our Battle Cats videos. We've also just started a Let's Play series of the Rock of Ages 2 Bigger and Bolder game. The series is featuring our admin and moderator, Pyrotwirler. We will be doing versus first, and then we will move on to co-op. So I'll link that playlist in the description below and the iCard above. Thanks for watching, and stay creepy.